Well, hello there. Hello there. Hello there. We're all looking for change. It's going to start with me. Smile. What's up, guys? This is Inez, and this is my second video on Racism Speaks. I want to thank everyone who actually looked at my first video on Racism Speaks. Unfortunately, like I said in that video, I was a newcomer. I did something wrong with the settings, so I wasn't able to allow comments and stuff on that particular video. And I'm really saddened by that because I don't have whatever it is that you guys were actually kind of thinking about. When you looked at that video, for those who actually did do it. But I want to thank you, asking you that you will subscribe, like, and comment on this video so that we can continue the candid conversation about racism. So today, what I wanted to just kind of address is I was talking to my grandmother the other day, and my grandmother is almost 85 years old, guys. 85 years old. And in speaking with her, I found out that she has never experienced racism as she, gave it to me. She has never experienced racism, even as a child, growing up in the South. And she said that she never experienced it. She said she had a really, really good childhood growing up, and she's never had to have the conversation about racism. And where I thought, I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm up in age or whatever, and I think about the way in which I grew up. And I mentioned in the last video that, we never really talked about racism. We never really actually had to have those types of conversations. And I've never honestly ever really dealt with racism, or so have I, right? So that is what we're going to talk about today. Racism Speaks today. Have you ever experienced racism? And I would like for your comments to be posted in the comment section. Have you ever experienced racism, and what did that look like, and what did that feel like when you actually experienced it? I can recall subtle racism in my life as I got older, not so much that I remember when I was a kid. The subtle racism of going to a restaurant that was predominantly white, or and us feeling like they didn't want to wait on us, or we were the last people to be waited on. That is what we would deem as subtle racism. The racism that is so, but it's kind of passive in a way. And so I have experienced those types of things where I felt like I was not being treated fairly because of my race, in certain situations via restaurants, stuff like that. Never been followed around a store or anything like that. The general cliche aspects of what racism or being black and walking in stores looks like. So what have you guys experienced in that respect? In terms of if it has been subtle, if it has been blatant. I was telling my sister that we were going to her house, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it in this video, but due to everything that's going on with the deaths of the black man that's being murdered, the arrest of the police officers, I was riding up I-65 going to Indiana because my sister lives in Indiana. I live in Illinois, and I was looking down, and as I looked up, a vehicle was riding past with a Caucasian driver. I want to say, I'm not sure if it was male or female, but I know they were Caucasian. And as I was riding by, I looked up and they were raising their middle finger up at me. And I told my kids, I was like, oh my God, did you guys see that? But this is, my sister said, clearly the time that we're in. And so share your comments about any issues that you have had with racism, and let's talk about it. Okay. This one I learned I'm not going to have it to be longer than about 5 minutes, my videos. And so I just want us to have that candid conversation and go out talking about the things that are plaguing us right now. So love you guys.